freight train, trying to break chains. Everybody needs. Just step into your sneakers and step behind the speakers. Your heart will keep me beating and make me a believer. Don't you want me? Don't you want me? I need some mercy on my soul right now. Give me what you got. Oh, oh, oh. Give me what you got. Oh, 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 oh. I said, roll up, yeah, come get your love. I don't care when we're dancing tonight. Just as long as you're there in the break of the light. I said, roll up, yeah, come get your love. I don't care if I'm losing my way. I've been waiting for you as the night fades away. So roll up, roll up, roll up, roll up. Can I get an amen when the night ends? There's no winner when you're walking alone. Sliding down the last street as the day creeps. What you doing with nobody at home? Sugar, just step into your sneakers and step behind the speakers. Your heart will keep me beating and make me a believer. Don't you want me? Don't you want me? I need some mercy on my soul. Come on. Give me what you got. Oh, oh, oh. Give me what you got. Oh, oh, oh. I said, roll up, yeah, come get your love. I don't care when we're dancing tonight. Just as long as you're there in the break of the light. I said, roll up, yeah, come get your love. I don't care if I'm losing my way. I've been waiting for you as the night fades away. So roll up, roll up, roll up, roll up, roll up. Extra touch and pull up, hand in hand for one last touch. Shake extra touch and pull up, hand in hand for one last touch. Shake extra touch and pull up, hand in hand for one last touch. Give me what you got. Oh, 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 oh. I said, roll up, yeah, come get your love. I don't care when we're dancing tonight. Just as long as you're there in the break of the light. I said, roll up, yeah, come get your love. I don't care if I'm losing my way. I've been waiting for you as the night fades away. So roll up.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With a spot in the Super Bowl on the line, everything. Today's conference championship matchup. It's the Lions going up against the Cardinals. So let's send you out to the Valley of the Sun as we welcome in our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Larry, first opened in 2006. Here's a look inside University of Phoenix Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Detroit Lions and the Arizona Cardinals.
Detroit! Here we go now. No. Check. Patriots!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And an alley to run. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. 75 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. The very first play from scrimmage, how about that? Talk about setting a tone.
And people always talk about doing exactly that in the first 5 minutes of the game, the first offensive and defensive series. Who's going to gain an advantage? Well, we saw exactly what happened there. The tone was definitely set by the offensive team.
Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. shift together here from the D-line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
We just saw what a lot of teams call a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game. That signifies they want to run the football. Yeah, occasionally they'll play action and throw it, but most of the time, those guys on the field means strength, power, run the ball behind them. And now what a lot of teams are doing is they're taking an extra offensive tackle and putting him in a tight end number to give them even more blocking power. And we just saw it on that play.
And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets the tone for the offense.
Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. 3rd down and 12. Now Hindley. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and throw for it here. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Now, look at 56.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Now let's go. Blue, land it.
And on the ground they go with the running back. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, now look at 56. Look at 56. Over. No, check, Patriots.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Following the field goal on is the punter, Drew Kaiser, to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with the new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. So out now come the Lions. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And here's a look at the defensive unit that hopes to halt this offense today. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Play clock winding down. They'll set up a throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So here come the Lions now. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. Their big tight end, 71 yards. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Now Brenza will boom it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
All right, here we go. Blue, landing. Blue, over.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
So this game's not very far along. He's already found the end zone once, and now he started this drive with another big gain, another first down run. I've got to wonder if I'm the defensive coordinator. What do I do in this situation? It's only the first quarter, but do I go ahead and sell out and try and slow him down and make him beat me another way? Because the risk is if I don't, he ends up having a monster game.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And the starting crew defensively for Detroit.
Aaron Donald's dimensions were talked about big time when he first entered the league. Many called him undersized. Now they just call him all-pro.
Here we go now.
Back to throw. He rifles one that's... And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
No, check, Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Cardinals. Their dangerous wide receiver, 59 yards. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
He'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Fresh set of downs here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Time running out here on the play clock. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to float this over the middle deep, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Throwing, Hundley. And this is incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And Davis with it left side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throwing right, and that's complete. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Here we go with 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And now he'll tuck it and run. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll try and sneak it here. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
For those vertically challenged quarterbacks, here's a time where they will tell you it's an advantage to be a little bit on the smaller side. Able to duck in behind their offensive line and stick the ball across the imaginary yellow line for a 1st down.
And they'll go on the ground. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Now let's go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The pigskin on the 7-yard line now. It's first and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And he knocks it through. Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Hundley. And he rifles one incomplete.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They have what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll throw now on the final play. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Let's go! Brand 38!
They'll try and throw for it here. Surveying the field. Trying to lay one up deep. And it is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we send you on to Orlando, we hook back up with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's got some space here. And he lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They come up in an offset eye. Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Here we go now. Green. No. Check. Patriot.
And the back goes into motion. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's caught by Davis. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. And they only need a little bit here. Third down and very short. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Their dangerous wide receiver. His second touchdown of the night. And the Cardinals capitalize on the fumble as they turn it into 6. Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
They go play action here on first down. Finding time. He's going to air one out. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Throwing, Hundley. Forced out to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They're going to try and throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. So out now come the Cardinals. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And they'll run it here. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
That's his second sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Now Hundley, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up fourth. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. Now they'll throw here out of the gun, eluding the pressure right. And it's a fumble. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Green 39! Green 39!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight. But I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
And to give this time to the tailback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 11, and it'll be third down.
It seemed like the situation was second and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a third down.
It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number one receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. It's the fullback taking it in from a yard out. And the lead will grow by 1 more. And the Cardinals add on. Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's got time. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Watch it now, Barney!
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield.
Detroit!
He'll try and throw for it here. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They come out here in the I. The offense operating inside the 10 at the 8 here. It's 1st and goal. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
From the 4, it's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee. And that's at the 25. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well. And every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Steps away. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play it worked for big yardage.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
When it's well executed, the wide receiver screen can often be a thing of beauty, but so many things have to go right in order to complete it. Blocking out in front, timing of the quarterback with the receiver, and oftentimes everything gets set, and guess what? They drop the football.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball in that because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
You got to feel a little bit for the defense there. They've done a terrific job all day long holding this guy in check. But that might have been the run to break things out for him, maybe turn things around. Now he's going to have some confidence, and maybe he'll get to his normal yardage.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Oh, yeah, good surge.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Brett Hundley with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Lions gain a bit of respectability.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College. Not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
But that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
In motion is Austin Hooper. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got time in the pocket. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
In the red zone this time. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear that?
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. Throwing, Hundley. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this. Now Hundley. Escaping the pressure right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. Steps away to his left. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Ohio! Here we go!
Again, he'll drop to throw. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. In there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They take over with great field position. They've got the big lead. Most would say they should kneel it, but the key word there is should. You never know here.
You never know. That's the exact play that should happen.
Now loose football. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. So after nearly turning it over, new life here for the offense on 2nd down.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man. Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So there's tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle, keep coming after them, put the pressure on them.
2nd and goal, they still need 8 yards. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal, and to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. and never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows, you may meet up with this team again.
Now back to throw. Surveying the field. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it'll bring up third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. Are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done. 3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Crack of dawn, Monday morning coffee, strong, pouring everything you got into a paycheck Friday night. Your power stroke, diesel backhoe riding king, 18-wheeler driving, living life in between the lines of clocking in and quitting time. Then the 6-string circus comes to town. We hang them speakers over the crowd. When the lights come on, everybody screaming, lighters in the sky, yeah, everybody singing, every word to every song of the girl they're taking tonight. When the lights come on, everybody's feeling a hallelujah, from the floor to the ceiling. Yeah, the drink that we're having, the smoke that we're having, the party we throw, it's going all night long. When the lights come on, when the lights come on. You're a little shy thing with a wild side on a night like this. You just can't hide, cause it's time to live it up. So come on and raise your cup. If we're talking about memories, yeah, we're gonna make them. Talking about rules, you know we're gonna break them. When the lights come on, everybody's screaming, lighters in the sky, yeah, everybody's singing, every word to every song of the girl they're taking tonight. When the lights come on, everybody's feeling a hallelujah, from the floor to the ceiling. Yeah, the drink that we're having, the smoke that we're having, the party we throw, it's going all night long. When the lights come on, when the lights come on. Yeah, we all the same, cause we thinking the same thing. We on the same page, cause we sipping the same drink. Now here's a little something to thank y'all for showing up. Al Dean and the boys are about to blow it up. When the lights come on, everybody's screaming, lighters in the sky, yeah, everybody's singing, every word to every song of the girl they're taking tonight. When the lights come on, everybody's feeling a hallelujah, from the floor to the ceiling. Yeah, the drink that we're having, the smoke that we're having, the party we throw, it's going all night long. When the lights come on, when the lights come on, your buzz blowing it up, it's going all night long. When the lights come on.
Turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up. I'm breaking in. I'm at the pearly gates.